Hello, welcome back to BSLIVE. In this episode, I want to talk about the act of doodling, kind of like the way we can turn this car into a language that people can understand, right? So I'm doodling this thing, and it looks like a car, right? Something like a car. So we know this is a symbolism for a car, and if we ask a person to draw a car, there are many ways they're gonna doodle the car. Um, and to draw this car on every stroke, how did I draw this? Um, if I use build modifier on that car, it's gonna show me every stroke. This is how I draw the car. This is not exactly how a car should be drawn each time, but it's kind of interesting to see the progression anyway. And you know, this is my hand drawing, and it's a doodle of a car. Someone can draw a car differently. But this car, okay, if I give it to to my mom or my friend, okay, this is a picture of car. My mom probably will say, okay, it's not very realistic, right? It's not a realistic car, but I know it's a car. They know it's a car. If you want to draw, if you want to scribble a car that looks the same each time, we're probably gonna use something like a kanji character, which is also like similar to Chinese character, and each needs to be drawn with a certain stroke, order, and yeah, this is a kanji for a car or vehicle, and this should be read as a kuruma or sha. It's really weird. I still find this really weird because I didn't grow up reading kanji character or Chinese character, and you look at this, it doesn't make sense unless someone tell you and teach you this means a car. It looks like a car from the top view, if it's in 3D, but still it doesn't really make sense. So sometimes I like to ask AI and stuff. But anyway, let's get back to this for now. This is an image of car, and this is the way I draw it, which is incredible. It's just in maybe 20 strokes or something. So, all right, from here, let's say, okay, if like my mom, she wants me to draw this more realistically, I will just ask AI, for example, AI, this is Draw Things app, and I have 180 variations of this, just to prove the points that it's a car. This one done in watercolor, and yeah, this one actually, each one of them will give certain style. It's slightly deformed, but it's obviously a car, just a car with a certain attributions. It can look like an art, right? A car with a gold, intricate, ornate pattern, car with more detail. It's still a car. Okay, this one has signature. This is the signature comes with it because it's been trained with the style of the kind of like a watercolor scribble. That's besides the point. Don't worry about that. We have a car in. Sometimes I say it like 108 scribbles in 108 styles. This one with graffiti. I kind of like it. It's not perfect. It's not, for me. It's not like the value of art. For me, it's more like a kind of like a language. So AI is actually more like a language. So with, yeah, a lot of style. Anyway, how did I make this? If you are curious, from grease pencil, I just save out the image, and then just render image save as. So just single frame. In this case, it's just a single frame of a doodle. Later on, I want to talk about kanji and stuff. But yeah, I bring this into this app and then put it into Scribble. Okay, the Scribble, just load in the Scribble, load layers Scribble from file. And then I just tell AI, this is the positive prompt, this is the negative prompt. And there's a lot of option here with the latest Draw Things UI interface. But it's good for learning. This is the model that I use. I'm using the SD 1.5 because I need to have a control, and the control is a scribbles for control. Scribble for SD 1.5, ControlNet 1.1. Okay, it's a mouthful. But how did I end up with this 180 styles variations? How did I do this? Actually, that's the interesting point. I use another app called Prompt Writer. So the prompt writer will send all these 180 styles into Draw Things app. So an app talking to another app, right? And creating this all kind of styles. In order to do that, I actually need to use shortcuts. Yeah, shortcut apps, which is this guy over here. Shortcut is like a workflow. It's like a little program. So it's sending this guy, shortcut apps, is sending a commands into prompt writer, and prompt writer is talking to Draw Things app to generate 180 styles. That's actually quite incredible in a way. Yeah, the shortcuts app itself have all the 180 styles that I can repeat, but the basic idea is once I run this, I just specify what I want to have a design of car, some kind of car, and it's gonna send 180 styles into prompt writer, and then prompt writer will talk to Draw Things API that you need to turn on. Actually, it's down here, and then it's gonna generate 180 styles. It's very crazy, right? Yeah, but I got this workflow actually from someone at Discord, and even that's kind of incredible because I can learn his shortcuts, his creations, and then from this insert the prompt, replace the prompt with the provided input into the text, and then put it into dictionary, and then send it to this app. So it's multiple apps talking together to generate a car. It's incredible. I like this part of the AI generated art, and I can tell my mom that, okay, this is actually a car and it's realistic. I don't need to model a car. I don't need to draw the car realistically. I can do that, but it's gonna take some time. But these scribbles make this. Okay. So yeah, if you want to recreate from the start, this is Blender, right? This is Blender talk. This is still a video about Blender. So I recommend you to go to new and then 2D animations and doodle a car. Okay, so by default it's white screen. This is normally what if I'm teaching Blender, I will start with a grease pencil. So grease pencil is really powerful. So a car, is this the right way to draw a car? No, a kanji for a car. Yeah, I think that's probably right. But let's go edit mode, hit tab, delete everything. Drawing a car properly, of course, you need some kind of perspective, etc. But like a Cybertruck. Yeah, Cybertruck probably looking a little bit like this. Oh no, actually the back is probably a little bit like that. But a car, you wanna teach someone to make a car, look at Cybertruck. Cybertruck is very simple, but the inside's pretty complex. I don't know. I think it's symbolism. But it's a car anyway. It looks like a car. It looks like a truck. It must be a truck. And you can use build modifier. You can see every stroke. So that's really the thing I want to talk about. But if I want to talk further, yeah, with the kanji stuff, I have something interesting here. So kanji stuff, this represents a car. Every stroke matters in order, and that's how to draw a car. Each time, I don't know why this symbolism is actually a car, but if someone explain, okay, it's supposed to be like a wheels, and you know, it's anyhow, in order to learn, for me to learn this in the future, someone needs to teach me. Maybe AI will teach me, or human being, whatever. But yeah, this is Akira Toriyama drawing car. I don't know, maybe his students also able to draw car like this, like a slightly deformed. But I love Akira Toriyama drawing of cars. If you are watching this, Akira Toriyama, I love your work since the very beginning. Now, okay, let's also talk about Goku symbol. Goku, the shirt that Goku wears have symbolism. The first one is the turtle one, Kame. This turtle helmet symbols this old man who lives on an island that teach Goku. But the Goku itself, this one's King Kai, not very important. This one actually means Goku. It means enlightenment, wisdom or enlightenment, right? And it's made up of this character. And okay, if you can translate it using AI, you know, this it's actually in Chinese, Taiwanese, or it's actually Wu, which is like Wu from Wukong, but in Japanese it says Satoru, like a monkey. It's just really weird. You know, if you want to, you can ask AI about words like this. So Google is very Google Bard AI is very stupid. If you ask what is Goku in Japanese and Chinese, I'm a text-based AI that's outside of my capabilities. But if you ask Bard, break down a kanji. Okay, this one means Sun Wukong, Monkey King in Chinese mythology, classic novel Journey to the West. Wukong, Wu, becoming aware, Kong, empty, empty, Ho, Wukong Ho. Monkey, yeah, this one also means monkey. Enlightened monkey. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. I think this is what I like about character. But anyhow, this word have meaning like in both in Japanese. You can read it in Japanese or Chinese. So this one, the middle part, is the one that I'm interested in because it's in the Goku's shirt. So that's the one that I want to draw. You know, if you want to know how to draw each strokes, yeah, feel free to do that. Just search how to draw the kanji. I think the stroke is actually drawn. So I'm just right clicking and like this. This supposed to means enlightenment. Go. I don't. Maybe I did it wrong, but that's just build modifier. That's every stroke. Stroke progressions. If you care about that. In this case, I don't care too much about it. But if you want to make this into 3D, it's a grease pencil, right? So grease pencil, RX 90 degrees. If this feels a little bit weak, you can sculpt it. You can go to sculpt mode and sculpt this. You know, make it thicker stuff. Thickness. Right? And you can convert it if you really want this to be 3D. I don't know, because when drawing a character like this, and it has thickness and stuff, so it looks nicer. Usually you use brush and stuff. You can always convert this into Bezier curve and the Bezier curve. So that's our weak stroke. This is the curve line that's already converted. Sorry, it's so bright at the moment. We can extrude or we can bevel. Yeah, it feels more 3D. I mean, you can tidy this up. If you really want, you can also use the let me copy this and go to a new file. So if we have gray, copy paste. Oh, did we lose our stroke? Okay, no. Let's see. We can just trace this, turn it into 3D, right? Let me first convert into Bezier curve once again. Yeah, let's do it this way. I like this because we can kind of expand it, and yeah, this feels less weak. I will use SketchNCarve. Okay. Blank start, yes, I will add. I will use smart join, I will add, and then I'll just use blank start. Okay. Now we have this guy over here. Oops, I just accidentally opened that. This reference object, I need to rotate it 90 degrees. I just put it there. Back to our doodle. Draw. I'm just gonna trace this. Okay. 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 So every stroke, it's gonna be 3D object. This one slightly difficult, right? But we can draw it like this, and then use a join, and then this part can be a hole, cut through hole. So now we're gonna end up with this guy over here, which is actually 3D. So I can make this a little bit thicker, and I can remesh this. So it's character for Enlightenment, more or less. Probably this part is wrong. So I remesh it, and then I can use sculpt and just use the cloth simulation, cloth filter, inflate. Yeah, it's supposed to be a word for enlightenment. Anyhow, it's some kind of ideas that's hard to explain. But like I said, just like the car doodles and how the AI can make 108 variations, like infinite variations of the car in all kind of styles. It's very interesting. The idea is very interesting. So like I like to look at X and look at all kind of different kanji. I like to learn these. I like the kanji itself. Not doesn't mean it can help me to understand a sentence in particular language. It doesn't need to be kanji in Japanese, or like Chinese characters, or could be like Korean or Thai or Hebrew or Arabic, all kind of this, like maybe like Indian language with scribbles. The idea is really to communicate, like drawing a car and just create a car. It becomes like an artwork or like a sculpture if you want to. And I don't know, it's still communicating a car. You can draw a car in infinite ways. Um, so yeah, if you use ChatGPT, actually ChatGPT is pretty smart in this case. This is actually ChatGPT on my computer. Do you know Dragon Ball? Yeah, Goku in Japan. This is actually wrong. This is the real ChatGPT. Real ChatGPT tells me Goku's name is Sun Wukong, Goku in Japanese, or this Goku, which this part means enlightenment. How to write electric car in Japanese kanji. Electric car. See this guy? Electric car. Denkisha. This one, Denki. This one looks like a turtle, right? Funny. This is the sha. Denkisha. Electric car. Yeah. These represent an electric car in Japanese. If we know the idea of electric car, like in English we write it electric car with alphabet. In Japanese it's like this. And does this look like drawing a car? Oh well, if you search for that, even if Google search images, still, you know, it's okay, it's giving us image of electric car, so we can communicate that way. But anyhow, yeah, it's all about language and how, you know, we can translate one language into another. And it's like if you're working with another human, so this like for example, in order for me to make these variations of cars, this is after I talked to someone at Discord how to create this, and then he actually made the app from writer, you know, that kind of thing, communication and, you know, making networks. It's very interesting, that part. For me, I like to talk this inside Blender because it is Blender video tutorial. Yeah, but yeah, that's besides the point. But anyhow, character kanji, and because you don't just learn one things. I like to do doodles, right? I like to do doodles. So today I learned how to write car. You probably learn how to write car, and you learn a little bit of Blender, grease pencil, and you can draw the kanji word. This is a car, and you learn how to write it using grease pencil, and then you can create a 3D character. Actually, with SketchNCarve is also using grease pencil. So grease pencil is really powerful. SketchNCarve. So this is SketchNCarve. So yeah, hopefully you'll learn a lot today. Kanji characters and AI and using SketchNCarve, and yeah. And I guess that's all I want to talk for today, and I guess I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.